What do you mean? It's cool, man. It's cool. Hello? Is this thing on? Hello, hello, hello? Is this thing on? Michael, check. Michael, check. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can anybody hear me? Hello? Is anybody here? I just want to make sure that I'm actually live because I just got an error message saying live stream is not actually working. So that's not good. Oh, there you go. All right, so this is pretty much not a planned, sorry, it's not a planned live stream, but I have to make a video about this. All right, so basically, I think back in 2022, Nvidia Omniverse came out with a video called The Ramen Shop. It was a virtual ramen shop, and as soon as I saw this video, I wanted it bad. I wanted the environment really bad. And what they ended up doing was actually turning it into a Cyberpunk ramen shop. And guess what I wanted to do? I wanted it even more so, right? So, that being said, there is a YouTuber called Woofk Tech TV. They were able to play around with this demo. Okay, so that's what we're going to be taking a look at, because as you all know, I just did the Cyberpunk 2077 Ray Reconstruction video earlier. I live streamed it. I was interested about that technology because it is coming to Unreal Engine 5, and this is to look like. This is probably, I would say, the first Unreal Engine 5 demo that they actually are showcasing with Ray Reconstruction. So this is pretty amazing stuff, because this quality is going to end up in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, this is Unreal 5, 3.5 Ray Reconstruction. So let's do a comm check, make sure that it's not too loud, too low. Now, unfortunately, I don't have this packaged file, but lucky enough, the Woof Tech people got it. So let's check this out. And let me know if this is too loud or too low. And right away, this is probably, yeah, so this is Lumen. Looking at the title, this is Lumen. So you can actually see, if you're using Lumen, if you've used Lumen before, if you look at the shadows in Lumen, you're going to see a lot of dancing in the shadows. But I feel like Ray Reconstructions right now, even the model that's out, that they have, it cleans up that noise in the shadows. So this is off. I'm not sure if this is going to show up, but look what they're pointing at, because that's actually where you want to be to look. Oh, the music's too loud. I got you, dude. I'll turn it down. So look in the top right corner. You're going to see that Lumen dancing. You know what that is. You can see it right there. And that's what I was hoping for. So again, what's interesting about Ray Reconstruction is it is a AI model that's pretty much doing everything. It is denoising as well. And as you all know, I do a lot of Cyberpunk stuff here on the channel. And I could potentially use it for cinematics. I'm not talking about games. I don't make games. But for cinematics and maybe even VR experiences. So let's keep watching. And I haven't seen this. This is the first time me actually watching this with you all. And they haven't even touched the actual sharpness. They haven't turned it up or anything like that. And we saw this in Cyberpunk earlier. And I was looking a lot on the floor, because when we're talking about reflections, first of all, if you look at a video game right now, that is baked down reflections. It's not going to look like this. With Ray Reconstruction off, interesting because this is using Lumen. I don't know if this is with high... I don't know the settings for the Lumen, obviously, because this is just video, so I can't dig in there and actually look at the project. But again, looking at this... And somebody brought it up with the sparkles. With ray tracing earlier when we were playing Cyberpunk. It is cleaning it up quite nicely. And if you look at the floor right here, we're going to get the same Lumen dance, right? That's what I call it, the dancing. And if you play Fortnite, you see that in Fortnite as well, actually. If you look at an interior, some shadows start to dance around. Clean up right here. Now, what's interesting is the sharpness is set to 0. I hope they will turn it up a little bit. But this is good. We can actually see it, which is really exciting. Yep, right here. Automatically realize, like, you can see it on the floors and right here where they're pointing out. Whoever's doing this demo is actually, they know where to look, which is good. Or Nvidia just told them where to look, I don't know. Alright, so this is the wide shot. 47 FPS. Running this 4K. I want this environment. I want this project so bad. I have like short films that I can make in this. Yeah, dude, that's insane. That is bananas. This is fucking crazy. This is real time we're talking about here, people. And again, we're talking RTX 5090 DLSS 4. What is that going to look like? I wish that they would turn the sharpness up just a little bit so we can see it, but... It even cleaned up the boxes right here, actually. And again, we saw this in DLSS in Cyberpunk 2077. Everything just kind of gets sharpened up, even with it turned off the sharpness. It's like an unsharp mask. If you've used unsharp mask before in Photoshop or After Effects, to me that's what it looks like. And then what's so funny about this is I just got done watching Nvidia. They had a live stream about Unreal Engine 5 Caustics demo, right? So you start to combine all of these. Oh yeah, you can fucking see it right there. So the thing, it is kind of frustrating. So right now, if that was in an Unreal Engine editor right now, we really don't know what the setting is for the reflection, because I don't want to knock Unreal Engine 5 for having the shadow dances, because you can get rid of that in Unreal Engine 5 with enough lighting and enough the setting in the post process. Additionally, I don't know if this is 5.3, because if we're talking about 5.3 here, if this is 5.2, we don't even have multiple bounces in the reflections. So in 5.3 with multi-bounce, we add a second bounce here. What the fuck is that gonna look like? That's crazy, because I don't know what settings they're using here. This might just be a stock 5.2 with one bounce. Is it hardware ray trace? I don't know. It looks like it's hardware ray traced. But real-time ray tracing with RTX DI shadows, which people are calling baby path tracing. Look at this. That's the reflection, right? Yeah, of the Roomba. Or it's not Roomba. I don't want to. It's not a copyright, so it's maybe Oomba. It's like with AI, Nvidia is like developing all these tools simultaneously, and it's like creating this ginormous leap in technology as far as gaming goes. I mean, the translucency right here, that's still kind of rough right now. That's why I was watching the Caustic's demo they had, which looked, some of the demo and stuff that they were showing off was like really amazing. But man, if I did this, I would have stopped in that shadow area right here on the left. If you would have turned left, I would have done the demo there, because there's a lot of shadows there. You see a lot of noise in that shadows. But yeah, I'm gonna try that. That's pretty much it. So let me play it back. I'm gonna try my best to get a hold of this, because I want to do. I know that they did kind of everything that they could. I really like this demo because they didn't talk or anything like that. I'm talking over it, so it's kind of cool. But they didn't really mess with the sharpness a lot. But it's funny because if you look at this, if you look at that view in the beginning, you're thinking like, oh, it's like a start menu. You know, it's kind of like a pre-rendered image, like a start menu. But no, that's actually the free cam. The camera just kind of sitting there, parented to like a player, like a first-person player or a third-person player. But man, from when I saw this demo, Ramen Shop 2022 in Nvidia Omniverse, and now they turn it into Cyberpunk in Unreal Engine 5. And then when I was kind of telling them, I'm like, if you release this project, this environment to the public, we can bring our assets in there. And we can mess around with lighting and cameras and create a short in there. And that's what's cool about it. And I hope they do it. Because I'm not going to lie to you, this is probably legit. There's no snake oil in there. It probably looks like that in editor, you know. And again, what's interesting is 5.3. You know, like, let's add another bounce. What is that going to look like? And if you're thinking about cinematics for a second, with 4K, with if you haven't seen my Winter's Tale short monologue with Tamaya, I rendered that 27 hours with path tracing. I rendered the same exact thing in Lumen, and it rendered in 14 minutes, right? If we're looking at this right now, and it's running 42 frames per second at 4K resolution, what, with RTX DI, if you're familiar with that technology, right, with Ray Reconstruction, DLSS, if we can somehow render this as a 4K cinematics per se, 47 frames per second, that's insanity. That's fast. That's super fast. And I know it's meant for like video games, but I'm always thinking about cinematics and shorts and stuff like that. Man, it's quick. That is freaking nuts. But let me read some comments up here. And I know, I'm sorry, this is like just all of a sudden I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, oh my god, they released it. You know, like let's make a video about this because I've been waiting for this thing. And like I mentioned before, again, watching that Caustic's Nvidia game development with Richard and Zach that just finished like an hour and a half ago, Ray Reconstruction is already in the Unreal Engine 5.2 and VRTX branch. But the blueprints are there. I think he said, because somebody asked it, he said that it's there, but it's just kind of like the container. So it's not enabled yet, right? That's what he said. It's not enabled yet. It's there. So again, I'm interested about this technology because it is coming in Unreal Engine 5 and VRTX, which has RTX Ti, DLSS frame gen. It's a beast. So that's why they probably used that actually to make this demo here. As far as the downside goes, I don't know yet. I don't know what the cons are going to be. I mean, honestly, they should have turned off motion blur. It would have been one. But just looking at this demo, I don't know what the cons are, but I see what the pros are already. 45 frames per... What is this running on? Actually, that's a good question. What card is this running on? 4090. Okay. So they have a 13900K, which is 3 generations higher than what I have. So their computer is a lot better than mine by far. The only thing that we have similar is this. So this is running on a 4090. Okay, well, that's okay. That's freaking insane. That's insane. So let me keep repeating this, and then let me go ahead and read the comments here in a second. Darth Tater, what's up? Alex, loud and clear, cool, no way. I've been watching your videos for some time and just wanted to tell you have inspired me to work and create my own VR game. That's great, dude. That's great, man. Hey, just make it happen. If you want to take an advice, just create a really good short demo. Make a video of it and hope it goes viral and then get your money and funding. You know, follow what Unrecord did, what Alex did. Just do that. Just do that. And then wish you the best, man. Unreal 5 DLSS 3.5. Yep, that's what we're looking at. All right, so what a difference. Yep, AI tech is crazy. Yeah, and again, I watched Digital Foundry's coverage of Ray Tracing 3.5. Brian from Nvidia said that they're using Nvidia Omniverse and Unreal Engine 5 to train their models. So that's pretty interesting. That's really cool. Because I guess if you're not familiar with the whole AI stuff, what's going on is, as far as I know, this is kind of how I translate this. What they do is they feed this AI model with images, deep learning, and the model is learning what something, let's say, like what a chair is supposed to look like. And that's why it's able to give you, look how freaking amazing that chair looks like. It's a good example. Or image of it because it's pre-trained, right? So this model is just this. It's like you're feeding it donuts, which is like images from whatever source, like Unreal Engine, Nvidia Omniverse, and it's just gonna get beefier than that. I mean, they were brave enough to show it in Cyberpunk 2077 2.0. So that means they have a pretty good set of data already. So that's pretty interesting. And it's just going to get better. That is this crazy cool part about it. All right. So the metaverse and games are different. If Cyberpunk 2077 run in UE5, dude, then that's the crazy thing. The next Cyberpunk is going to be made in Unreal Engine 5. I just saw an article that they're actually after what is it? I think they're working on, after Phantom Liberty comes out, I think they're going to move some people from Cyberpunk to Witcher 4. I think, if I remember correctly, Witcher 4 is also going to be developed in Unreal Engine 5. So next, and then Cyberpunk Orion, which is the next one. But I'm pretty sure both of those are going to be in UE5, which is crazy. I mean, why not? You have all these technologies. Freaking use it. Look at those freaking eggs. Even eggs have reflections. It's crazy. Sorry, y'all. I can't clearly see the difference. You might want to actually probably watch the actual video. I will put the link in the description or comment in this video so you can watch it. It's really hard to show it in a live stream, but I think some people should be able to see it, because if you have like a bigger, I have like a 27-inch 4K monitor right here, so I can freaking see it. AI is solving everything. Yeah, it's like the good portion of AI. In life, there's always a good part and a bad part, but I do like this part of the AI, which is cool. I wonder if they released a project for us to tinker with. I've been asking for it for a while because I really want to. This environment is amazing. I just don't know. I mean, honestly, at this point, I wish they would release this demo to the public, so we can all actually go in there and see it like on our screen, and maybe I can live stream it a little bit better. Because yeah, this right here is, I'm pretty sure, it's like the Electric Dreams demo. It's as good as the demo. Can I just loop this? Is there such thing to loop it? It's as good as the actual demo itself. Because it's so funny, because it's like, oh, dude, Epic Games. You look at it, it really looks like a menu. You know, like when you're a gamer, you're like, oh, it's a menu. Like, no, dude, you can move. It's like fine-tuning it. Definitely looks good. Yeah, I mean, some people say it might be doing it too hard. I can see that. I think it might, for some, it might be going too ham a little bit. And again, the sharpness is set to 0. That's crazy. Like, they didn't even move the slider. What's up? What's up, Thomas? You want that Zumba? Yeah, no, man, that Zumba's awesome. Where did you find this demonstration video? Wolf Tech TV got dibs on it. I don't know, dude. I was offering Nvidia employees, I'll pay $20 if $20 for an Nvidia employee to leak this ramen shop. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. I'd pay $20. Just do it. What GPU is that? 4090, yeah. 50 IPS on a 4090, yeah. It's cool, man, because you're pushing it. You're pushing the limit of a card. It's kind of like driving 200 miles an hour on a sports car. Not everybody can afford it, but it's nice to know, like, oh, yeah, you can go 200 miles an hour. Like I saw the Tesla Plaid in the Autobahn in Germany. I saw a video of it. I've driven in before, but on a Prius, so I wasn't going 200 miles an hour. But seeing that car go 200 miles an hour, I was like, oh, that's, wow. This dude is like just flying. It's no speed limit in Germany. But that's the same thing here. With RTX 4090, not everybody has it. But if you have it, you can do shit like this, which is incredible. 4K cinematic. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, this is what I was saying. With a multi-bounce, sorry, I'm kind of late in the comments. But by adding a second bounce in the reflections, I would take this project to 5.3 right away. If they released it, I would take it to 5.3 because I would flip that switch so fast. I want to try it with not surface cache, but hit bounce, light reflections, with a multi-bounce set to 2, and I would crank everything up. Because I guarantee you, dude, this probably doesn't even have the second bounce on. This is probably 5.2, which is... That means that that's probably a good example. Like if I were to bounce right here, right about here, if I were to set like a second bounce, this would light up. And I'm actually doing a video on that. I don't know if I should live stream it. I'm thinking about live streaming it because I like interaction. I'm actually going to do the difference between the multi-bounce, because a lot of people don't know it's there yet, but I've been playing around with it since like a couple of months ago, whenever I made that video whenever 5.3 wasn't out yet or whatever. But it's a massive addition. It's probably one of the biggest addition for Lumen since, I would say, 5.1. It's huge. That multi-bounce is huge. We'll make another video on that. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, dude. I'm trying to catch up. I don't like ignoring people. It's so heavy. Yeah. Yeah, but game's not going to make that kind of environment in the near future. I mean, dude, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I just played Cyberpunk 2.0. It's pretty darn close. Like, I kid you not. It's pretty darn close. Like, it's pretty amazing. Because if you look at this environment right now, there's a lot of shiny surfaces, whatever. But look at the game that they just had a free update today. Go check that out and enable RTX DI, which is path tracing, and Ray Reconstruction, and play it in 4K. I'm telling you, dude. It's like, it is how it's supposed to be played. Oh, let's see. Hey, what's up, Vader? Yeah. Yeah, this is real time, dude. And VR. Yeah, we talked about VR. So VR RTX DI works in VR. It's tested. It works. DLSS 3, not yet. But yes, this in VR, bro. Nobody would get out of the house. It'd be crazy because it would be like a legit Cyberpunk. We would have like our VR headset. I'm just gonna keep playing this while we're talking. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. If they do release this to the public, I would try it in VR with my little Meta Quest here. I would do a lot of experiments in this. Not this EXE, but the actual project itself. Absolutely, I will try this in VR. And then, like I did with the Electric Dreams demo, let y'all download it so you can experience it as well. Let's see. Imagine working in Blender with DLSS in real time. Dude, it's so funny because a lot of people are like commenting on my videos. They're like, imagine Blender with Lumen. And you're like, imagine DLSS with Blender. That's so hilarious. But here's something interesting. And I don't know if it's going to be possible. I know we're trying to go with single GPUs, right? But just close your eyes for a second and think about, what if somehow we can use multi-GPUs again? So we're talking $1,700 RTX 4090 times 2. And somehow harness the power and combine it. Right? And run this demo. What would that look like? Wow. Yeah. You can only imagine. We can only imagine. Simulation theory are looking more and more correct. Yeah. I mean, it's scary in a way. You can actually see the flickers right here. I think that's an actual light. Yeah, I think that's like an emissive light flickering. Is this sample level for showing DLSS? Yeah, so this demo is actually showcasing a couple of technologies Nvidia developed. Like, so you have 3.5 with Ray Reconstruction. That's working with Lumen. Right? So, and again, this is probably prior to 5.3. So yeah, this is like frame gen is on. So that's the AI fake frames. And you know what's crazy? When I was playing Cyberpunk earlier in the live stream, when I first tried frame generation in Cyberpunk, it was a little bit mushy, and I mentioned that before when I live streamed it. But with this 2.0 update, I feel like their AI model has gotten a lot better because everything is sharp. That's the first thing you're going to notice when you flip on Ray Reconstruction in Cyberpunk 2077. It's like, it pops out. So even with frame gen on, which people are calling like the fake AI frames, it's actually looking pretty sharp. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Or if you have the game, go check it out yourself. But that's interesting because now, as a user, I'm looking at frame gen, and it doesn't show it visually now. Like, before I would be like, oh yeah. So there's a little bit of degradation, if that's a word, when you flip on frame gen. But now I don't see it as much, if that makes sense. So it's kind of cool watching this technology kind of grow in just a couple of months. With frame gen on, it's kind of just like a switch now. I don't see it change that much. I don't know. To me, it's just more acceptable now than before. Before, it was a little bit mushy, but it cleans it up a lot more. That means the AI is just getting better. All right, so let's answer some question. NASA potato. I'm good, dude. Just got a little bit of runny nose. Las Vegas is starting to cool down, so we're about 108 degrees Fahrenheit now, so I need to start wearing some sweaters and jackets. Whenever we switch from hot summertime to fall, I get sick. because it gets colder. So we're like 108-ish instead of 137, 138. So it's been running around in the weather. Yeah, this is amazing, dude. You can call me a fucking Nvidia fanboy all you want, but it's all right there. Like, it's there. All these fucking YouTubers can complain about Nvidia all they want, but I'm just glad they're trying to push technology. They could have left the gaming graphics card game a long time ago and just focus and make money on AI and medical research and whatever else. But nah, they're sticking to it because this is their core, man. This is what made them, and they're still pushing technology. Go check out the Nvidia Unreal Engine 5 Caustics demo they did an hour ago. Go watch that. Because they made the RTX 4090 cry, bro. I'm talking about cry. They demonstrated RTX, Unreal Engine 5 Caustics, realistic caustics, ray traced in the Matrix large city sample, my dudes. Go watch that video, and you're going to be like, holy crap. Because it was, the RTX 4090 was like, Dunsky. Like, he got kicked in the gut, and it was amazing. It was amazing to see. Let's see here. Yeah. 3.5 is in UE. It's in the NVRTX branch. It's just not enabled yet. Has anyone heard the release date of DLSS 3.5 or for DLSS 5.3? Again, in the Nvidia Game Dev live stream they just had an hour ago, somebody asked that. I don't think they have a date yet. I don't have a set date yet. One thing that was not mentioned in 3.5 video I have seen, anti-aliasing is so much better too. Yeah, because so from my understanding, I was reading up to it. It's pretty much an AI model that does everything. I think it's like it upscales. So using AI, it like super scales, denoise, handles anti-aliasing all at once. So instead of having different technologies, this one AI model is doing everything, solving everything. That's why it's insane. I feel like Ray Reconstruction is kind of like the new ray tracing. Remember when ray tracing first came out? People were like, "What the fuck is that?" I feel like that moment is like right now again with this, and again with DLSS frame gen. And by the way, Ray Reconstruction, a lot of people don't know this. As far as I know, Ray Reconstruction works in any RTX cards, not just the 4 series. So if you have a 2080, as long as it's RTX, you have Ray Reconstruction in Cyberpunk 2077. What DLSS 3 frame gen, you're going to need a 4 series card for that so you can get that extra boost of FPS. Because at the end of the day, and actually while I'm playing this, so you've already seen this, I'm going to play back the Cyberpunk live stream I did while we're talking, because again, this is kind of like along the same thing. But yeah, I was kind of messing it around. I was kind of messing with the settings and stuff like that. But yeah, sorry, I lost my thought there. So yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh, anti-aliasing. Yeah, so it is one model, and it's just gonna get fatter. Like, I think of it as like the AI model is just one like machine that they're feeding all this data from. So yeah, the second balance would cost about 10 to 20 FPS. Yeah, absolutely. But it looks good. You know what I think? I think they should let you do 1.5 in the setting, because I feel like 2 sometimes it was a little bit too much. I don't know if they're gonna do that. This is playing 4K. This is playing HD. Okay, whatever. Cyberpunk's reconstruction sucks, full of noise. Dude, I was flipping it on and off. I don't know, like, what? Do you have overdrive turned on? Like, what are you missing? Yeah, go. Man, it's kind of hard to see. It's one of those things that you have to test it yourself. But dude, I was flipping it on and off. It's insane. Actually, it was in this live stream right here. Does DLSS 3.5 work without temporal skein prove gather? Dude, I have no idea. Because technically, it's not even out for Unreal yet. 3060. Yeah, no, that's strange. Yeah, I don't know what noise. Are you talking about noise in the shadows? Because honestly, even in this live stream, I was flipping it on and off, and it was cleaning the noise. I went to Lizzie's bar. There was a lot of shadowy area in there. That's why I wanted to test it. Dude, I was like, holy crap. It cleaned it up pretty nicely. Did you update your graphics driver, by the way? That came out today. Make sure you have the newest graphics driver. Because, dude, trust me, if you watch this live stream entirely, you'll see it when I flip it on and off. What I am starting to notice it, though, with it on, the skin looks a little bit different. Whenever you have Reconstruction on. Like the NPC. I'd sell my family for DLSS VR. Dude, I mean, they are just pushing this. I'm not gonna. I don't think that's impossible. I don't think DLSS 3 in VR is impossible. I don't think it is. I think that's gonna happen sooner than you think. All right, I'm gonna try to catch up. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Ray Reconstruction should work with frame generation. Yes, absolutely. So don't expect to get higher frame rates with Ray Reconstruction on. That's not what that is for. If you want the best FPS, you have to turn that off, because what Ray Reconstruction is doing is giving you better graphics. All right, and to counter the cost of FPS is, that's when the frame generation comes in, because you can snap it on and then you'll get better frame rate. And in here, actually, that's a good example. In the Cyberpunk 2077 that I played, I was getting about it was 4K. I was also live streaming using the same card, 4K on YouTube. I was getting about 60 to 50 FPS maxed out everything. I mean, I'm talking about max out. With Ray Reconstructions and everything. And frame gen. So, let's see. Yeah, downloaded the new Nvidia driver. Okay, yes, that's good that you have that. You might want to try it, dude, because I have your CPU is a lot better than mine. I have like a 10900K. It's like 3 years older, so it should look better. Like if I'm getting this result, something is off there. Make sure you have everything turned on. Thoughts on Cyberpunk 2.0? What's the difference? Thoughts on Cyberpunk 2.0? Oh, yeah. So this is what I'm showing you right now, actually. Ray Reconstruction, I feel like... Oh, one of the biggest thing you're going to notice is the AIs simulates real life a lot. There are a lot of people, like, all in a rush. The drivers are terrible, which is good because they're trying to simulate real life. The AIs are really aggressive in this one. You're going to see me in this live stream get hit a lot, just like you saw in that car. They're not going to wait for you. They're going to cut you off, which is real life. Graphics-wise, it's fantastic. It is the best. See, look at that. This car right here. It is the best game to test out Ray Reconstruction. RTX DL path tracing is the perfect game for it. Oh, what is that map? There's quite path tracing. Well, I was sure you sick noisy picture is not playable. I think Nvidia's pushing for non-native visuals. Look at that, but leaves thing never comes. Are they non-native visuals? What do you mean by that? Non-native? What does that mean? Where was the Caustics video? I had to sign up for it. It's like an Nvidia game dev on Twitter. They post it, and I just click on the link, and I just registered for it. But you can watch it on demand, I'm pretty sure, because it's already done. It was at 11 a.m. today. Or 10. Don't remember. But watch it. It's insane. Like, you're going to be like, what the bro? 259, you can also need a personal fusion reactor to power. I'm not going to lie to you. My 4090 actually, it doesn't really draw that much power, to be honest. I've only had one power outage, and that was when I was live streaming, having 2 computers set up with live facial mocap, body mocap, finger mocap. That's the only time I had a power outage. It was once, because I had everything running. The kids were watching TV, washing machine, the dishwasher was going. But other than that, the 4090, I don't even have the freaking titanium version. It's just the MSI, the first one that I got from Best Buy. It's fine. It's running well. It's well worth $1,700, that's for sure. Sorry, not frame gen, but Ray Reconstruction unplayable. Oh, 2060. Yeah, are you running it at 4K? Ain't no way you're gonna run that in 4K with a 2060. That is like, bro, that's like 2 gens before, you know. Yeah, real-time path tracing. That kind of gives you a little bit of glimpse here with this demo, because the shadows, when I was walking around in this demo, I was like, dude, these shadows are starting to look path trace. It is like, whoa, like starting to look pretty darn good. Like, you can create an entire Netflix series with this graphics right here, and people would love it. For close-ups, obviously, you would need it a little bit better. Oh yeah, I almost got shot here. Oh, right. I was kind of bummed that Ray Reconstruction required path tracing. Yeah. So that's the thing, is like, ray tracing is noisy, right? But again, with what this is supposed to do is also denoise it. What's interesting is if you watch the Digital Foundry's breakdown, they actually showed some before and afters. And you will see how noisy regular renderings are. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's insane. But you'll see it, bro. I'm talking about probably like ISO 16,000 kind of image. And then the AI is denoising that and scaling it. It's pretty impressive. Go check it out, even for just that short. So you'll see the before. Because what they did is they had a wipe that go before and then after. The before is like grainy as heck. But that's what you get coming out of straight without doing any of the post-process ray reconstruction stuff. See, let's go. No, DLSS 3 is not supported in VR, as far as I know. I just need one more bounce. Yeah, the bounce, dude. Do you have 5.4? Yeah, I've had the 5.4 for a while. Actually, the Winter Stale short that I did, I rendered with 5.4. Renders fine, no crashes. I used the new depth of field depth of field setting in there, which actually is in 5.3 as well. But yeah, let's see. Think about it, you would need 60 per screen, yeah, per eye. What's up, PXI? Hey, what's up, Syntax? Real one's the right one. The left one is from my live stream earlier. Yeah. Is there any release plan for DLSS 3.5 for UE? Oh, like I said, it's already in the NVRTX. It's just not, the container's already there in the 5.2 NVRTX branch, but it's just not enabled. It's the blueprints and stuff are already there, like the command prompt and the CVAR is already there. So that means that it is coming, but it's just not turned on yet. So I'm waiting on that. When that comes out, obviously, we're going to talk about it on the channel because we're going to play around with it. But what we expect from the NVRTX, I'm hoping that the next version of NVRTX would be 5.3. and with DLSS 3.5 and Ray Reconstruction. That would be cool. I'm hoping that would be the next one. Hey, what's up, Brunson? Appreciate it, dude. I'm sure DLSS works in VR. I'm going to have to research this. Not 3. Are we talking about DLSS 3 with frame gen? Because somebody made a video, and I had tested this myself. I didn't make a video about it because it doesn't work. So, Unreal Engine 5, I believe it's 5.2. You get, with DLSS frame gen, you get the FPS on your monitor. It doubles on your monitor, but on your actual headset, it doesn't. So I tried it in Unreal Engine 5.2 a couple of months back because somebody made a video about it and was confusing other people. So I was like, dude, no. It doubles on your monitor, but if you put your headset on, it's not going to work. Because, yeah, if you look it up, somebody made a video about it, saying, like, Unreal Engine 5, DLSS 3, VR. So I looked at it, I'm like, bro, as far as I know, that's not supposed to work. But yeah, I don't like to confuse people like that, as much as it would sound cool. Because what I usually do when stuff like that happens is I double check. I reach out to Nvidia, I'm like, hey, dude, this is going around. And they'll be like, nah, it's not. So I would test it myself. I'm like, all right, let me go test it myself. And sure enough, yeah, it's not. Frame gen in VR and Unreal is not a thing. Not yet, at least. But yeah, I don't want to make videos like that because it's going to confuse a lot of people. You don't want confusion. There's already so many terms that comes out that you don't want to confuse people. That's the last thing you want to do is confuse people. So, even with Ray Reconstruction right now, it's there. Yeah, we see it. It's in the NVRTX 5.2 branch, but it's just not enabled. It's there, but it's not enabled. You know? So. You're right. With a deep understanding of scene, I'm assuming those minutes Tech 5. But dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like, and this is what's impressing to me. For them to implement this technology in an open world game with a cyberpunk theme, that to me is bananas. Because whenever you have an environment like this with lights everywhere, you're not just talking about forests and rocks here, right? Majority of the stuff you're going to see right now are rocks. Because those are easy. Rock textures are just rock textures. But when you have an entire city here, this big, that looks like this good, that's impressive, dude. You know, that's insane. Yeah, Nanite for VR works. That's for sure. That one, yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I said that too. I think another perfect demo for this technology would be like, I don't know, like a space ship of some sort. Callisto Protocol I would have loved to see Callisto Protocol with RTX Ti. That's for sure. But I just saw the news. The co-founder is leaving the studio. Striking distance. So they're not going to make another Callisto Protocol. It flopped. But I would have loved Callisto Protocol with this tech. It would have been cool to see. Yeah. And when I was playing this game earlier, I was like, some of this stuff, I'm like, dude, this is insane that this is running real time. Just look at it's just like, in the hair too. Like, this game, the NPCs, dude, they have hair. You know how fucking FPS eating hairs are? Like, I kid you not, bro. Like, it's no joke. This is what they did here is history making, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is a tiny glimpse of the future of gaming. Mm-mm. Orchestral, I think. What are you saying that this is pre-baked shadows? Is that what you're saying? This is actually so with RT. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one. With RTX DI, all of the lights you're seeing here are casting ray trace shadows. Every single one of them. So I'm not understanding that's not including the path trace. I think there's a little bit of a confusion. That's what the path tracing is in the settings. Do you know what kind of camera the Blue Dot guys has? I'm pretty sure it's techno prop. I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's look. Because you're not the first person who actually brought that up today. So we're going to figure this out right now. So here's the camera. And you see I think that's 2. Because I was asked this again today. So I'm guessing that it's this. The Technoprop Stereo HMC. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not, but it didn't really say. Oh, they hit 1 million subscribers, by the way. Yeah, I feel... I don't know if they made their own. That's interesting. They put the mic up here. But, dude, I thought they had a techno prop like this. Because they have different variations. Like this is what they used for... No, that's the Avatar, dude. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I thought it was the techno props. That looks kind of like it, right? See, yeah, I was getting asked that earlier. I was like, dude, I don't know. I thought it was Technoprops. If you can find Technoprop, that's like $45,000 if you can find it. I think somebody said Epic had 2 of them or something. Do you know if there is any more Mac support? And dude, if you're a creative, don't bottleneck yourself with hardware or software. That's the last thing you want. You know, like I can understand if it's a phone that you really like, an Apple iPhone. When you're a creative and you're trying to do stuff that deals with graphics, just toss that fucking Mac, bro. Like, don't bottleneck your creativity just because of something. Like, help yourself out and get the tools that you need to create. You know, like, you're already going to have a lot of headaches when you're creating things. So get rid of that. Like, don't just get you a computer that works. Because I get that question all the time. Is like, does it work? Unreal Engine 5 works in Mac and stuff. Like, why cost that drama, dude? Just go get a freaking... They're cheaper. Like, Windows are cheaper, period. My computer here, it was like $3,700, right? And that was like long ago. What if we install a VR mod on Cyberpunk? So it's funny you said that because there was a Twitter video of Cyberpunk 2077 2.0 that's going viral right now that they put VR on it and people are sharing it everywhere, calling it VR, but I don't think it's VR. I think it's just a player with a camera just looking around. It looked really suspicious, but people, they will just share it. But I don't think it's VR. I could be wrong, but ain't no freaking way. Is the update out yet? Yeah, dude, I played it already. Actually, you're watching it right now. This is me live streaming it earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go there eventually. I mean, this game would be great in VR, I think. Yep. So, with the whole stereo HMC deal, I said that's like $45,000 if you can find it. So during SIGGRAPH, I think it was last month, I met with Jello there, Face Good. And I was talking to him. I was like, dude, nobody else is selling a fucking stereo HMC. And I've had multiple VFX studios from Hollywood hitting me up. And they want to try Metahumans, right? So I was like, bro, there's nobody selling stereo HMCs. Like, obviously, I couldn't say a lot more information than just saying we need it. So I think he started, Jello from Facebook shared a photo of it on Twitter, I think last week. I think he is developing a stereo HMC now for Metahuman Animator. Because right now, it's Metahuman Animator is like $45,000 or iPhone. There's no in between. So the problem is, iPhone solution is not really ideal, I guess, for like professionals. We're talking like, Hollywood, whatever. They're so used to their professional head mount cameras. Because, yeah, if you start jumping, doing a lot of karate stuff, you can't be using a dang iPhone. It's not going to make sense. It's going to flop around. So I'm hoping that Jello will deliver a cheaper alternative to, a Technoprop, which is $45K. I know like 3 people right now that I know are making their own stereo helmets because you can try it if you want the headache. But for me, I'm going to stick with my iPhone until, one becomes available. HMC? Head mount camera. Kind of like what I just showed you. Actually, shoot. While we're here, let's go ahead. I was gonna do another video on this, but let's just go ahead and watch this real quick. Why is this 1080, bro? Killing me, Smalls.
21. November.
I was not expecting that my performance will be as natural as it is. I was blown away when I saw all the tiny details are there.
Right there next to me.
We had several agendas for the project. The main one was to illustrate the power of Metahuman Animator as a next big step in our
Dude's a genius.
Metahuman framework. From artistic and creative perspective, we wanted to tackle several challenges. One of the biggest one, we actually wanted to focus entirely on the character's face, to team up with Ivan and Rasha, who are both experts in their own field, coming from kind of traditional film background. We wanted to avoid this famous uncanny valley.
The close-up shot is really the base of the movie and the cinema. And that's really how viewer is communicating and exchanging emotions with the character. Everything shows up.
I was skeptical a little bit
What's up,
because
Brian's?
most of the time, the way the actors are behaving in video games is overreacted. For me, the close-up is the most delicate part of my art, expressing the inner self of the character.
I don't know.
Human face is tremendously complex. We needed a tool powerful enough to be able to analyze all of those informations instead of trying manually to recreate each individual muscle movement on a human face.
One of the most important aspects is obviously eyes. That is what makes or breaks the whole impression. And so we put a lot of effort to actually design from that kind of artistic standpoint and allow the technology to do the rest. The gaze was a very important part of the process, and I'm really proud of how this looks.
That shader is a custom. That's not a metahuman eyeball. I've looked at metahuman eyeballs for a long time. That's gotta be a custom eyeball. Because that looks fucking amazing. Holy
Rest.
shit.
The gaze was a very important part of the
$20 to an Epic employee right now to leak these eyeballs.
process, and I'm really proud of how this looks, and I think that is probably maybe the most important part of this piece, why it works. It actually enables the viewer to kind of empathize and to connect with the character. If you want to take it further, you can take it. The curves are there on a control rig. You can alter it, do whatever you want, or you can use it as is, get a very high fidelity out of the box.
As a cinematographer, the experience differs, but in a good way.
We were able to conceptualize the lighting physically with Ivan to prepare the scenes in Unreal, and then pop in the performance and the camera inside, and just on the set decide if we want to take another take.
To see the results of the light on the actor, even when light was not present on set, and to change the light later on, you want to work in this kind of environment.
Yeah.
It felt natural, and the
I
workflow
think I'm
was
just
really,
gonna go
really
work at fucking
amazing.
Target. Ain't no way.
One of the
I ain't not
main
gonna be as good.
engines of acting is imagination. If you follow your inner emotions, your body will move spontaneously in front of the camera. If you don't have inner world, actors are usually trying to think only about what their performance is looking like. In this work, I was trying to explore just my inner world, and the result is stunning.
You cannot distinguish the quality of the output that was done through this technology or shot on set with the real camera. The camera work and the performance of the actor and everything that gets audience involved into the shot, it's there. Nothing's lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check if Target is fucking hiring, because I ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be that good. Ain't not gonna happen. Yep. It's probably my last live stream. I'm gonna go work as a door greeter. Alright, yo. Well, yeah, I guess we started off checking out Unreal Engine 5 DLSS 3.5 Ray Reconstruction Ramen Shop Demo and ended up in Blue Dot somehow. I still haven't seen Alita Battle Angel. I've heard that's good. I just don't like watching a lot of I don't like watching a lot of movies that are kind of like similar to my genre sometimes because I don't want to copy their idea. But I am going to watch the creator, though, because that looks, well, it's original, first of all. So I'm going to go check that out. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. God, so much stuff. So much stuff to cover. Man, that delay is really bad. Yeah, they look, the quality of those cameras kind of look high definition to me. At least 720p, if not 1080. Yeah, like right there. Maybe 720. But that is good. Yeah, and it is, you're right. It's still a baby. Technically, this is still baby technology here. We're talking about Metahuman Animator is still 1.0. So this is just gonna get better, man. That's really good. But hey, thanks for hanging out, man. I know that was just like a random live stream, but I had to make a video about that ramen shop because, again, I absolutely fell in love with that now that it even made it Cyberpunk. Whenever it does come out, I'll make another video. We'll take a look at it a little bit deeper so we can actually see it, you know, as an EXE. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for all the questions. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace out.